Mute is one of the best operators, and here is why. Ever been tracked by one of these? Or maybe you've heard one of these going off. Or maybe you've even seen a few of these rolling around the map. Mute is one of the best operators because no matter how hard they try to get around it, they either have to destroy your mute jammers, or they have to figure out a way to get around every single one of them, which is one of the most hassles in the game. Now you might be saying, yeah, he's a support player, but what if I want to kill people? What if I want to hunt down enemies and get those kills so that I look good on the leaderboard? Well, Mute isn't just a support player. He has probably one of the best loadouts in the game. He has the M5 shotgun, which does so much damage, makes great head holes, rotates, helps your team out. You can drop hatches and flank enemies with this shotgun. You can hold one hallway completely by yourself. He also has the SMG-11, which is probably one of the most underrated guns in the game, and maybe the best SMG. It is my personal favorite SMG, even over the SMG-12. It has low recoil. Well, not low recoil, but it has a straight up and down recoil pattern, so all you have to do is pull down to control the recoil. It has great damage with the extended barrel and an amazing fire rate. Now you might be saying to yourself, yes, alright, I know that he's a great support player, and I know he's got a great loadout, and I know I can get kills with him, but how do I play Mute? Well, let me break it down for you. First things first. Mute is primarily made for stopping anything electrical. So your first objective is to stop the drones from droning out during prep phase. You want to keep your team anonymous. You want to make sure your cav is not droned out, because if she is, they're obviously going to play Deimos and they're going to track her the whole game, making her job 10 times harder. Or cap can. Maybe you want to place cap cans on doors, but you don't want to get droned. That's where Mute comes into play. He stops you from getting droned, making you anonymous, making your cap cans anonymous. No one knows what these cap cans are now, and it makes your job 10 times easier as cap can. Now maybe they've been running Deimos every single round, tracking every single one of you, shooting you through the flooring, through the walls, and you've just had enough. That's where Mute comes into play as well. Placing down a mute jammer just in the middle of sight, or even in some random corner of sight, can be the difference from your life and from getting murdered by a revolver through the floor. Standing on a mute jammer instantly negates Deimos' tracking ability. He only has 3, and they only last for a little while. If you stay on the mute jammers or run back and forth between 2 or 3 mute jammers, he potentially wastes all his utility, all his special ability, and now what's he going to do? All he is a man with an AK. Pretty easy to kill if you ask me. Or Jackal. Maybe they've been running Jackal and they've been watching your footsteps and tracking you everywhere you go, and you've had enough. You've had enough of the wall bangs, enough of the whole offensive team converging on your location. You're sick of it. That's where Mute comes into play as well. Mute instantly negates Jackal's ability. It cancels him out. All you have to do is stand on one mute jammer and it's over for him. He can't track you anymore. You're safe. Mute is such a good supportive player for the whole team and for yourself. I'm selfish when I play Mute. I stand on my own mute jammer so I don't get tracked. Plus, my team will do it too. Playing Mute can be the difference between life and death, the difference between wins and losses, the difference between Copper 1 and Champ 1.